What is up, everybody? This is Marshall Couture, also known as Plex in hip hop circles, and this is 100 Days of Making Comics, which is, if you're new to it, it's a challenge where for 100 days, myself and many others who have joined in with Kevin Cross, who started it, we all spend at least a half an hour or more every day working on the project that we love, the project that we've been wanting to do forever, but keep putting off because we're not ready, because we have too much stuff, we got busy lives, we got kids, we got functions, we got jobs. We got all kinds of excuses, some good, some not so great, but we're making a point to spend a little bit of time each day, at least, on what our purpose is, really. You know, I mean, people look at that kind of thing differently. You know, everybody's got their own opinion on how that all works, but you know, the thing that really drives us, that makes us, you know, outside of course, like kids, family, stuff like that, but like, it's the thing that we get excited about, the thing that sometimes keeps us going, you know, keeps us sane. So whatever that project is for you, I encourage you to go and get it, you know. And if you don't have a lot of time, I think you can find at least 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe even a full half an hour every day. I've been working 2 jobs and I've been finding a half an hour every day and doing videos and other things. So, you know, I could list a lot of excuses why I shouldn't be doing this or can't be doing this, but you know, that whole YOLO thing, we only live once, right? Well, I need to get on it if I want to actually do my passions, you know. So yeah, so today I worked on my project a little bit, actually for about 45 minutes I got in. I'll probably possibly get some more in tonight, we'll see. But you know, it was just sketching from reference, some stuff that will help me to design one of my characters. One thing I want to talk about, which I've already mentioned to some of the people in the Hundreds Facebook group, which you can check out in the description below, there's a link, which will connect you to anybody and pretty much everybody who is currently and has in the past done the Hundreds, the 100 Days of Making Comics stuff. So yeah, I did some kind of prep work type of stuff, and so what I was gonna say though is that I've already kind of mentioned to some people is that I'm quitting. I'm done. No, I'm not done. But for now, I'm taking a break from the writing aspect of my comic 12 Stories, which is a comic book about a 12-story apartment, and on each level is a story. And I got all the way up to about 8 or 9 stories, and I've just gotten to the point where I'm kind of hitting a roadblock, not of ideas, but of like willingness to write. I think I'm primarily an artist, so I'm taking a break from the writing part. I love stories, I love storytelling, I love coming up with stories, I love the writing part of stories, but it's not maybe my favorite part. But I do want to write many, 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 many stories in my lifetime and publish them. That's the plan. That's the dream. That's what I'm pushing for. But sometimes you gotta take a break. I have a lot of other things on my plate, and I just got that Wacom, so I want to start learning that, which I have been, but you know, I can kind of learn that while doing concept design. You know, I can use that and kind of hit two birds with one stone. I'm also doing the svslearn.com courses, so you know, I can put a lot of that stuff I'm learning into good use while working on concept design for 12 stories. So I'm taking a break until further notice from writing stories. I think what I might do is go with the original plan and start developing. I'm doing concept design, but I might even get into drawing comic pages and stuff, and maybe get, you know, 2 or 3 of these stories fully done. They're 5-page stories each, so you know, it'd be nice to come up maybe even 4, you know, and then like put it all into one floppy or whatever. I mean, it probably makes sense to do 3 and then some extra pages or whatever, and create like a floppy comic for each 3 chapters or whatever, and then eventually release it as like a graphic novel. I don't know if that's kind of what the plan was originally, but I know one thing is I think I'm going to, actually the original plan was to release each comic as a mini comic, so maybe I'll just go with that plan. But maybe I won't release all of them. Maybe I'll do kind of like a preview or a single thing, like with albums, like music albums. You know, traditionally back in the days, well, originally people would just create singles for a while and then, you know, maybe do an album when they start getting more popularity. I'm pretty sure that's kind of how it went a long time ago. And then, you know, for me growing up, and still they kind of follow this formula, but they also do different things too now. But for me growing up, you know, people would release a single before the album came out, and then they'd release the album, and then throughout the span of, you know, whatever their marketing period was or whatever, they would release, depending on how popular the music was and how well it was selling, they would release, you know, a single here and there to kind of keep boosting the sales and get more people buying the albums. And you could tell which ones were really popular, like, you know, Beatles albums or Michael Jackson albums, or, you know, nowadays it'd be like, you know, Taylor Swift or something. And, you know, there would be like 5, 6 singles that came out with music videos. Nowadays things have changed a lot. There's people doing independent music who are putting out a video for every single song on their album, and so that's a cool idea too. So I don't know, you could do whatever you want really. You got to create your own recipe when it comes to this marketing stuff, and when it comes to social media. You create your own recipe, and if certain things don't work out, you course correct, and you just keep modifying and working with it, you know. So yeah, so I'm quitting that for a while, but I'm gonna get back to the writing eventually. I think I'll be a lot more motivated to write when I get closer to getting some of the other stuff done. So yeah, I just need to take a break. Also, last kind of note here is, because I don't want time to run out, I think I might be quitting my second job today. Well, I shouldn't say I think, I'm doing it. I'm gonna go into the second job actually in about 10-15 minutes, and I'm gonna let them know, you know, because at this point I don't need the money as much as when I first started. Not that I don't need as much money as I can get, you know, to pay off certain bills and blah blah blah, but I'm at a better place with the money situation than I was when I first started this second job. And it doesn't make sense for me to be running myself ragged and just so tired all the time and getting a little bit bitter about my first job when they want me to do a little extra overtime type stuff. And, you know, I just don't need extra stress in my life if I don't need to be doing it. And also, it'll give me a little more time to focus on the art and the music, and who knows, maybe I can build something to where I'm making a little money off of the music and art. And I kind of have a plan, not to really push a marketing thing, but just like when and if I do make money, I have a plan on how I'm going to handle that money with the art and music. I'm thinking I'm going to put 50%. Well, I'm going to kind of just divide it up and put some in actual savings for my wife and I, and then a certain percentage is going to go to back into the art. And then and so I can, you know, maybe make this thing sustainable eventually, instead of just pouring money into it and not only not making a profit, but just you know, not even coming close to paying for the actual cost of doing all this. And then I always give a little bit over, like as a tithe, like to my church and stuff, which that's, you know, a personal decision, having to do with my faith. So yeah. So I guess that's about it, I think. Sorry I haven't had so many videos, but to me, getting the working on the project is more important than getting the videos out. So sometimes the videos go by the wayside, and I'm kind of okay with that personally. I'd like to do more videos, and maybe quitting this job will give me a little more time so I can do that. And also I got, like I said, the music. I'm mentioning the music a lot in this episode because I've kind of been revitalizing my passion for the music, and it's going to take a little bit different form than I used to do it. And there's going to be YouTube videos and just a lot of cool, fun stuff. You know, I'm just making projects because I love to make projects. I'm not trying to make a living anymore, but I would certainly welcome making a living if it comes. But I'm just, you know, trusting God, doing my thing, and enjoying myself, and doing what I'm passionate about, and we'll see what happens, you know? Do it for the love, and they say the money will follow, but if it doesn't, I'm cool with that too. I just want to do what I love. And I think that that's something we all should be doing. We all have something to put into the world. I think we all have a voice, and we all have something to say, and let's say it. Let's not procrastinate anymore. Let's, you know, screw the excuses, and let's just do it. All right, I think this is gonna end soon, so you can find me everywhere at marshmakesart.com. If you want to throw a little cash in the tip jar, it's patreon.com/marshmakesart. And I've been doing Snapchat. That's a fun thing, so you can check me out there, marshmakesart, and everywhere. So thanks for watching. You guys rock. Hopefully this won't cut off. I wanted to also mention, man, I wish I did this in the beginning of the video, but there's new people. There's a lot of new people joining the 100. So I just want to say welcome to you guys and gals who are new. Y'all rock. I'm loving watching your videos. Eric Ferries. Let's see, who else? Man, I want to remember the names. I had them before. One was Adam Lone, I think, was one of the guys' names. And then there's a lady, I know her name. Darken Mar. And I'm slipping on her name, but if you go to YouTube, Darken Mar, check her out. Her stuff is really cool. Everybody's stuff is really cool. I'm digging the different ways people are approaching this. Really awesome. And there's probably other people. I think some other people joined who aren't doing videos. But I don't remember their names, unfortunately. But yeah, check it out. There's a link below. the 100 Days Facebook, where you can find all their links and everything. And that's it for today. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'll talk to you on the next episode. Peace out.